Boy, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about here tonight. In prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters here. Sportswire Radio. And you might want to say our guest is about to go through a process of elimination, figuratively and literally, inside and outside of BTW. I'll talk about that. I'll also talk about that match he had with the coolest guy in the yard where both guys won. I'll talk about that. I'll also talk about what happened at Halloween Day, but I'll also talk about this guy that was in this man's chair last week on Sportswire Radio and all of a sudden blurted out that he wanted a match with this guy right here. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about what's going on here in TPW. I saw one guy that was on here Friday that got mentioned who always goes bang, bang. Then I see another guy who's bald-headed has got a United States Championship that our guest wants, and I might even have to remind our guest, well, maybe I should or shouldn't, about a championship he lost to a guy that, well, his last name Rage, but first name Nathaniel. I'll talk about all that. Maybe I'll even talk about some other things here coming up because the BTW season is already coming to an end, and we'll have to get to maybe his RTG's days finally numbered. I'll get into that. And I'll even have something as a surprise for our guest. It is time now to start this show off here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one, the level radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one cable sports show. He's a man that has certainly changed plenty of fortunes, but most importantly his. You've seen him once upon a time as the first ever triple champion to come on Sportswire Radio. He's also currently the reigning, defending TPW Change of Fortune champion, and he looks to hold that U.S. championship here in a matter of moments. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is simply put, the King of the West, the God of BYW, Comatose, the King of the West is here. My friend, how are we doing?
We are doing absolutely wonderful tonight, Tom, and I could not be more happy to be on Sportswire Radio to see all the people get pissed off that I'm here.
Well, I mean, we're happy you're here, and there's a lot to get into here tonight. Usually we do talk mostly BTW, but I think I'm going to actually mix in some other things because I've noticed that there's some people that have been on this platform recently that have mentioned you, so I'll get into that probably in a little while, but we got to talk about it here because this Friday you were in action already. It's been a busy last couple of weeks for you, and you are about to go through a process of elimination to try to regain that BYW Interpromotional Championship. So for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that you and the many companies that you represent, and especially BTW, set the tables for what we can expect this Friday coming up at Process of Elimination.
Ladies and gentlemen, The annual process of elimination match is coming up, and it is usually for one of the BTW titles. But I have the pleasure of being a part of this match for the BYW Interpromotional Championship. And by God, it couldn't be a bigger process of elimination match. We have Jacob frickin' Wayne, a guy that I have never stepped foot in the ring with, but many have wanted to see me step foot in the ring with, and a guy that many of my fans have wanted to see me put him in his place. And then, of course, we have the coolest in the yard, BES, a man that needs no introduction, a man that I have a very long history with, a man that
You just
actually has a
wrestled.
win. I did just wrestle him. As a matter of fact, I did. A man that I have a tied record with in singles competition, and every single one of those matches have been bangers. But speaking of another man that I've had nothing but bangers with, that would be the man Swift, that I just faced that Halloween day and just pinned his shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, we have Mad Jack. Mad Jack. Mad Jack, the man that has gotten one up over on me as of recently, but a man that is slowly losing his mind, and a man that is not only losing his mind, but losing his brethren, if that's what even we can call them,
Oh my
because
God, we have we not been talking about that for months? We have been
for
talking about
months,
that here every month. We come on and you guys are here and you guys are going to be here in a couple weeks before November to remember, and that's all it ever seems to be. And yeah, it's coming to a head. It seems.
it is coming to a head. And he might want to be very, very careful with his Uncle Toms that he has around him that are about to quit. Because I tell you what, Mad Jack, it seems as if you're getting so stressed that you're losing your hair over the matter. As a matter of fact, it seems as if you might be a little scared for what your future holds. But, alas, that is not the last competitor in this match. Of course, we have Aaron Glaze, the champion himself, holding my Backyard Wrestling Interpromotional Championship. A championship he did take from me fair and squarely. But what the hell have you done with it since, bud? Not a damn thing. And I am ready to bring it back home where it belongs, so it can be more relevant than it's ever been on your shoulders, and bring it back into the relevancy once again. That is what I am expecting for this process of elimination. But ladies and gentlemen, I need to remind everybody, I have never lost a process of elimination match. Granted, I've only been in one, but that's definitely a lot better odds than almost every competitor in this match has against me.
Mm. There's a lot to talk about there, and I want to talk about a couple things. And the first thing is BES. You just wrestled him, and then subsequently, you just wrestled Swift right before that. So these two guys you've seen. Do you see that as an advantage for you when dealing with those men? Because you just wrestled them, but yet you've got a couple of men that you don't have any history with or really have very little history with, and then obviously the incumbent here. So how do you view that you just wrestled Swift and BES going into this?
I do feel very confident after getting a win respectively over both of those men. However, that could be a detriment to me as well, because both of these men, they're not they're not short-minded individuals. They are going to remember the fact that I just recently pinned their shoulders to the mat rather. They're going to think about the fact that once I start getting on a roll with wins, it is very hard to stop that roll. Maybe this year I've had a few speed bumps, but I'm feeling more confident than ever. Not even just confident, I'm feeling more hungry than ever to take back a championship I should have never lost in the first place. And if I have to run through two of the four pillars of BTW to get there once again, it will be no problem for me to do so. I do respect the hell out of both of you men. I'll shake your hands and I will call you my brothers. But ladies and gentlemen, as biblical as this is about to sound, in the end times, everyone knows that there can be no friends, and it will be every man for themselves when shit goes to shit. And ladies and gentlemen, in that 6-man elimination match, I am anticipating shit hitting the fan.
That may be so, and we're putting your matchup here with BES, and we'll get to everybody in a little while. So, for some context, but this is a championship that you famously held. You've certainly put a lot into this championship, but if it's either the incumbent or somebody else that walks away with it, you just mentioned your year has been up and down. You won the Rumble earlier in the year, but you didn't walk away with the BTW championship. That's still something that's eluded you.
Yep.
You obviously lost the Interpromotions championship. You have had your ups and downs this year. There's no question about it. So if you walk away empty-handed here coming up this Friday, how are you going to view that going into the season finale, which is 2 weeks later in November to remember?
That is a very good question. And there is no simple answer to that question, because really this match for me is make or break. If I don't win this match and then I go on for the rest of the season, I don't know what my future holds. I don't know what November to remember holds for Comatose. I don't even know if Comatose will make it to the show of shows in BTW. However, it is not my plan to walk out empty-handed. Not at all. I have a strategy going into this match. And not only a strategy, but I have a rage inside of my heart that has been burning since the day that I lost this championship. And my mouth has been watering for an opportunity at it again ever since. And I am very surprised that I am getting another opportunity at it, seeing how things have transpired over the months. But nevertheless, once you give Comatose an opportunity, you better bet your ass that Comatose seizes the opportunity.
You know, it's interesting that you talked about some of the ups and downs and you getting a shot once again at your championship. And it's kind of been the theme on Sportswire the last few weeks. We had Anthony Steele on here yesterday, and he had talked about, for him, his match coming up on Saturday. It was important that he needed a win to get back on track to eventually get himself to a championship. Il Drago was on the night before, and we kind of talked about the same thing. Even though he holds a championship, he needs a win because it's kind of what he needs to get on track to be the final chief. Sean Joby was here prior to that, and basically, not to say his career was on the line, but pretty much his career was on the line. And it's not to say that your career is on the line here, but if you come away empty-handed, you've got the incumbent who you've obviously had some history with, and it's well documented. You've got two men you've just wrestled in BES and Swift. You've got Mad Jack, who I don't even know if he's going to be, who knows what's going to happen with him. Then you mentioned another guy, Jacob Wayne, who had a promo in this show and talked about that he would love to add another championship to his resume, and you haven't faced him. So
Ever.
really, there's a lot here that's on the line.
There is a lot here on the line. And there's a lot to be looking forward to, specifically Jacob Wayne. Now, you see, Jacob, I've been watching you for a very, very long time. I've been watching you before I even came to this company. And you want to know what I notice about you, Jacob? I notice a lot of similarities between me and you. A lot. A lot of similarities that didn't start happening until you started knowing who I was. So I think it's going to be interesting for the original to face the copycat and see which one can do the moveset better and make it look prettier.
But you haven't been in the ring with him. I mean,
Not at
how
all.
do you prepare? How do you prepare for that? I mean, BES and Swift, you just wrestled. You're obviously wrestled them previously. You've been in the ring with the incumbent, so that's you don't need to prepare for that, and you know Mad Jack well enough. So how do you prepare then for somebody in this match that you have no history with in ring?
3 words, Tom. Look in, 4 rather. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. All
and
I got to
watch.
do is look at myself and realize
Uh,
what are the weaknesses about myself, and then add the fact that he has about 50 pounds on me. That's about that's about all I got
Well,
to
it's Thanksgiving
prepare for.
season. You could probably, take a few turkeys from the shelf and eat them
Oh
and
yeah.
maybe gain some of them back.
Yeah, just swallow them whole, and then maybe I'll gain the 50 pounds, and then really all I got to do is look in the mirror now, don't I? I got to realize what are the things that are wrong with me? What are the things that I bring to the table that I know that can be a detriment to myself? And then just look across the ring. That's all I got to do. See, Jacob Wayne is also a person that gets very butthurt very quickly. As you can see, his entire run here has been about proving the
Well, I
fans
mean, listen,
wrong.
I thought for sure he was going to walk away and not only end the career of RTG, baby, who's in the chat, but walk away with the championship you held here in that Continental Championship. And yet somehow RTG in three ways, he always says it and he finds a way. And I'm sure that that's in the back of his mind. And he would love an opportunity not only to take a championship, but he has said he's going to take down one man here in BTW and put them on the shelf permanently. I mean, I don't know if this is the match, but he has talked about that.
I really hope that the person that you try to put on the shelf is me, Jacob, because that just gives me more of a fuel, doesn't it? That just gives me more fire in my heart. That just gives me something else to think about in this match. And it's very, very exciting. I am watering at the mouth even thinking about getting in the ring with you so I can finally stop your complaining about the fact that everyone doesn't like you. There's a very good reason that nobody likes you. Let's just look at your history in this season. First of all, you came in cheating goddamn stop. And then after you got called out on that, what did you do then? You just started hurting people. You just started hurting people even after the bell rang. You just started hurting
RJS he
people.
came up short with. We saw what happened at Halloween Day. So yeah, there's no question that his track record is obviously not what he would like.
No. So you want to know what that shows me? That there is indeed one difference between me and you. One of us is a little more emotional than the other. And that can definitely be a huge detriment inside a match like this, which is a process of elimination match. I can pin your ass and you would be out of the match and it would still be going. And then you would have to sit in the back with your hands underneath your ass and watch me take my title back.
But it's funny you say all of that. And I know on paper the incumbent would only have a 1 in 6 chance of retaining, or 1 in 5 chance, right? 1 in 5 chance of retaining this championship. But yet everything you said, something tells me because of all the different people you've wrestled recently, or maybe you're focused on. I mean, maybe that's how he slides in and continues his run with, well, your championship.
And you know what? That's fine. That's completely fine. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know the history of a process of elimination match, it is tradition that the champion comes out first. So, you know what, incumbent? How about I do you the solid and put my name in the hat and say I come out second?
You want to
And
do
then
that? I mean, because then you would. I mean, your odds would be almost as well difficult as his. I mean, we know it'd be 1 in 6. I was corrected originally saying that. I mean, you sure you'd want to do that? Because I mean, you would have to go through that if you beat the incumbent and you keep going. You've got again BES, who you just wrestled. A few days before this, you had Swift. We mentioned Mad Jack earlier. Then this guy Jacob Wayne, who's 50 pounds bigger than you. You sure you'd want to do that?
I think I would love to do that. And as I said earlier, Tom, it is because I actually do have a game plan for this. You see, I would love to come out second so me and you can one-on-one it for a little bit until the next person comes out so I can strike the fear of God in your heart so you know exactly what type of comatose you are dealing with in this match. You see, you got the luckiest of luck by being able to incapacitate me and take that title away from me. And ever since that day, I have been obsessive over it. I have obsessed over it. I have dreamed about it. And I tell you what, we both know that it doesn't matter whoever comes out next. We both have history with whoever comes out next. I might not have history with Jacob Wayne, but I sure as hell know that Aaron Blaze does. And I sure as hell also know that Aaron Blaze does not have a victory over one said Jacob Wayne. So I know he's not going to want to take his eyes off of Sir Jacob Wayne and focus on me. No, 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 no. As a matter of fact, this man right here might want my help against a man he's never defeated before. So, I'm not too worried about what the order of it is, who's coming out next, because I know how to beat most of the men in this match. And so does Aaron Blaze. And if it comes down to me and him once again in the end of the match, it's going to be about who respects that title more, who wants it more, and who really believes that they are the best in the yard.
Well, you have been saying this for basically, literally for a calendar year. You want to be the greatest of all time in BYW. You want to be the man. You are the king of the West. But I have to ask you, you just went through 2 intense matches with BES, which we're watching, and then prior to this, Swift. Are you sure you're going to be ready and at 100% as much as you could be in order for you? And now you even say you want to, on top of this, come out second and directly go face-to-face with the man that took your championship. Are you sure with everything you've went through that you can be at full strength to recapture your championship, that BYW interpromotional title?
I absolutely do think that I will be. As a matter of fact, not only do I think that I will be at full strength, ladies and gentlemen, for the crowd that is watching, you're about to witness one of the best performances that I have ever put on a screen in BTW. You're about to see me go more crazy and more ruthless than you have seen me at all here in BTW. You're going to see a whole new Comatose coming into this match. And that is not a promise. That's a spoiler.
And we are here with Comatose, who will be in action this Friday for BTW's process of elimination. And what that is there'll be 6 men in the ring for the BYW Interpromotional Championship, which is held by Aaron Blaze. And Aaron Blaze will be squaring off with the man that we have right here, also alongside the man that Comatose is facing, that is BES. Also, Swift, the man that Comatose faced on Halloween Day, and also Mad Jack, who I have no idea what to expect, and the man that I think might be the most dangerous competitor in this match, that is Jacob Wayne. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Thank you so much, everybody, here for tuning in. Please follow BTW on all of their social media platforms. They say in sports, one of the hardest things to do is to beat somebody back-to-back in a short amount of time. And you are facing that when it comes to not only Swift, but also the man in BES that we're watching. If it comes to that and you have to eliminate those men, is that something that would concern you, and that it is very difficult in sports to beat somebody back to back?
I do believe it is very difficult to beat the same man twice in a very short amount of time. Now, is that something that I am willing to do? Absolutely. Is that something that I think I can do? Absolutely. Now, would that be the detriment to my downfall in this match? It very, very well could be. The only thing that truly matters for myself when that comes into this is being alert. And not only being alert, but being reactive. No matter what it is, no matter who many people are in the ring, who comes out, or what the outcome is, I need to be reactive. I need to know what I'm going to do next. And I absolutely, step by step, know what I'm going to do, no matter who comes out next. I have mapped this out every single way you could possibly map out this match in any order. And there is a lot of different scenarios that can come from a match like this. but I am prepared for it all. I am prepared to die in the middle of that ring to get back the championship that I birthed, that I raised, and I brought into the spotlight.
No, you definitely did. There's no question that you've done that. And we're going to see this all take place on Friday. And that'll be at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to get to everybody here in the chat. There is a lot of people tonight that want to talk to you. It has been that last few days here on Sportswire. But it is well documented that it is very personal between you and the man that holds your championship. And you want to go and confront him right off the bat. You want to be second in this match. That's an interesting strategy, but in some ways, could it backfire on you? Because, sometimes when you get that personal as it is, that may cloud what the ultimate task is at hand would be to recapture your championship. And are you concerned that maybe this could backfire, not just because of the length of the match and how long you'll be in it, but there's no question that it's personal between you two. It has been well documented, whether it's been here or anywhere else. We've seen it on BTW TV when you men have wrestled. And I have to ask, because it's so personal between you and the incumbent, couldn't that backfire on you, that you want to go right to the jugular and confront him to start the show?
It could backfire. It could absolutely backfire. It could cost me the championship. But you want to know who else it could cost? It could cost him the championship. And as much as it would feel amazing, and not only amazing, but euphoric, to once again hold my interpromotional championship once again, it would also feel the same if I knew that that loser no longer held it and someone more deserving was carrying on the legacy that I brought here to this company. You see, after whether I win or whether I lose it, I know what I'm doing. And if that just so happens to be me having to shut that motherfucker up once and for good, that's what it's going to have to be. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
That is what it's going to have to be. And I have no problem with that. And that is also well documented within my history. I've had a lot of blood feuds in my history. I get very, very personal. I make it my point to get under your skin. And I'm very, very good at it. As you can see, I've done that with my brother. As you can see, I've done that with a man named Sean that most of the people in this chat don't even know who I used to wrestle.
Well, I mean, there's somebody else that's from your past.
And I was saving the best for last. And of course, everyone knows the feud with RJS.
But well, how did that? I was going to go with that next.
But how did that end? How did that match end? How did that feud with RJS end?
Comatose won it.
How did that feud with Alex Ryder end?
Comatose won it.
You might not know the one about Sean, so I'll tell the crowd. The way that the feud with Sean ended is I ended his goddamn career. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I start something, I usually finish it.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, Comatose is he's pulling no punches tonight here on Sportswire. He is basically stating that no matter hell or high water, not only is he born to wrestle, he's born to battle, and he's ready to reclaim his throne as the BYW Interpromotional Champion. And after a victory like this with BES, a hard-fought battle, and a man that he is going to see in the ring once again this Friday, there is no question he is certainly ready, and I am excited to certainly see the match. You can do that by going to the BTW YouTube page, which I'm going to put the link up here right shortly. And if you are here on Sportswire Radio, please follow BTW also on Instagram. Check them out on TikTok. And I see a bunch of people here for the first time, so I'm going to make sure we put that link up right now. So there you go. And hit the sub button for them. They're closing in on a lot of subs, and give them some more subs. There's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of people outside of BTW tonight. And I'm going to certainly come back to BTW in a little while. But, there's a guy that was here in your chair last Monday, and his name is the Psychotic Freak. And for whatever reason, he spent quite a bit of time on you, sir. Not only did he spend time on you here on Sportswire, but also for his company in North Dakota. Legendary Backyard Wrestling. They had the historic Haunted Hellfest 5. We've been covering it here for weeks on Sportswire Radio. And this guy has a thing called Freak Math. And obviously, with his Freak Math, he feels like that he wants to set his sights on you. He's one of the taller guys out there in all of BYW. I mean, this is a guy that lives in an abandoned hospital. You may be a butcher, you may kill things for a living, but he is in an abandoned hospital as we speak. He has, gone and broke into people's homes. He has done things that I don't think I've seen very few men do, period. But for whatever reason, he called you out. He called you out. He wants a piece of you. And he reaffirmed that claim last Monday in your chair. Now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to address this individual, the psychotic freak. And if he was out there, what would you want to say to him?
Mr. Psychotic Freak, you called out a lot of heavy hitters here in the BYW community. And not only did you...
Man, you're, by the way, wrestling also this coming Friday in Mr. Aaron Blaze. But I really think he focused here his energy on you because he knew you were coming here. I announced it. That's why he did that.
Oh, yeah. And I just found it very comical that in your spew about me that you say that I'm in a part of the West that nobody knows, the potato area, as you called it. What the hell is North Dakota known for? Who knows what North Dakota is known for besides your freak math?
I think Brock Lesnar lived there, right? Maybe.
Maybe? Or was that Saskatchewan?
I don't know. But listen, North Dakota is obviously, it is an important place.
Yes, and there's no disrespect to anybody in North Dakota. But if one is to come to my home state, which, by the way, I don't even represent, my home state and my hometown have rejected me multiple times, and that's completely fine. You want to know why? Because I'm the king of the entire West, and that includes your territory. Now, you see, Psychotic Freak, I don't know if you've been living under a rock for the past 2 years to not know who the hell I am, but I'm a man that has done more things in this community than you can possibly dream of in a year's span. Now, let me remind everyone, I was the first person on this platform to come here with 3 championships simultaneously. And not only that, I was the first man to come on this platform with 5 championships simultaneously. Who the hell are you? What the hell have you done of anywhere even close to relevancy to what I
mean, he has been a part of his company, LBYW. He held their tag team championship there. He was an interstate champion. He was the United States champion. He was a part of a tag team that arguably was probably the biggest we've seen in the backyard. He's famously fought with men that were faces of America. He's gone out there, and now he's a part of this group, the Reapers, and they're obviously in stature looking to take over the West. And obviously Mr. Freak wants championship gold. He wants notoriety. And he said, one of the things that he said on here was that he was a free agent because his company's obviously come to a close. LBYW had their final show in front of a sold-out crowd, big turnout. They did a great job, but he looks to move on. He wants to move on to greener pastures. And he has said he's a free agent, and that's where you came up, and that's why he's got a bullseye for you.
Why not come to Roseburg, Oregon? If your company's already ended, why not see yourself in Season 8 of BTW? Why not see yourself in Season 9 of BTW? Why are you sitting here over the internet calling me out, not driving or flying your happy ass to Roseburg and getting in my face about it?
Now you said right. You just said right. You think that he should get into your face about this, right? Is that correct?
I think he should get in my face about it. I think he should be a man and get in my face.
Now, got some strong words. But do you think that he can, as a man, go toe-to-toe with you on the mic? I mean, this guy's got freak man.
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
There's no one in the yard, I feel like, that can go toe-to-toe with me on the mic. And that might piss someone off, but I don't care.
Well, this guy, obviously, he still is set his sights on you. Now, if I were to tell you right now, there's somebody here that wants to address some of the comments that you said about this individual, Mr. Psychotic Freak, would I be able to show my screen to allow this individual to talk about some of the claims you've made?
I take on all comers, and I'll invite all the smoke.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that, because for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Whoa! That's the psychotic freak. I know him. I know him for 2.5 years. He was just here last week, and Mr. Comatose, you said you wanted to meet him as a man, and there he is. He doesn't work in BTW. He was in LBYW. He's here.
No. And Comatose, for the record, I want to talk about how awful North Dakota is. You're right. That's the one thing you are right about. You will lose this Friday. Okay? You are going to lose this Friday. It's not going to be close.
Oh, the freak man.
Oh.
The freak man. There was that freak man
It's not
again.
going to be close.
Yeah. You have,
It's not going to be close.
at best, a negative 150% chance at winning this match. That's because the 6 other men in this match are so superior than you.
5.
Oh, cool. Have you
Your freak math's off.
This is global now. Freak math has gone global.
Oh, he said global.
Well, are you willing to bet on that?
Yes.
Are you willing to put down money on it?
No.
How much money are you willing to lose?
Guardians yesterday. Don't bet. Don't do betting. Emmanuel Class.
No, don't do betting. Not like the NBA where they have the DraftKings arena and all that. It's okay. Yeah, let's not bet because we know he'd lose money.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, go
continue.
Go ahead.
I continue. You got something to say?
Look at his hand. He's got a fork.
Oh, you got a fork? Mad Jack had a fork.
As for AJ Harrison, he's gonna smoke you as well. Okay.
He's referred to TPW, the United States Championship match we were going to talk about. How he know that?
Yeah, I did a little research.
Paying close attention, aren't you?
I have been paying a little attention. And AJ Harrison might be the greatest in TPW as of now.
The psychotic freak is just.
I can name about 10 other people that are better than AJ Harrison, but continue. You have anything else to say? Is there anybody else I should be scared of? Should I be scared of Santa Claus coming down my chimney as well? Should I be scared of the fact that you had to wax your head for this event?
But he's in an abandoned hospital right now. Right now, he is live on site in an abandoned hospital. This man is dangerous.
He's dangerous, yes, and so are most of the cows that I have to put a bolt in between their eyes.
Listen, Comatose, I hate the disrespect. When the Reapers hear about what you're doing tonight, the disrespect that you're giving me, they will find you. They'll hunt you down just like they did the Wilster many times.
Would you like me to tell you my address?
He's coming not alone. He's got friends like the Alpha, the LBYW champion, the SBW champion, Riley Bates, the best alive in the 605, and he's got the interstate champion, Napalm. Napalm's a fighter in real life. That guy, who knows how many bullets he's had. Then we've got the Alpha, and we've got Riley Bates, who may have shared some things in common that you've said on this platform about somebody that you may want to take a championship from this Friday. These guys don't play around.
I actually respect Riley, so I'll give you that. But nevertheless, allow me to name some names for myself while we're on the matter of naming people that are not in this stream. You want to know who I have behind my back just in case you and your goon squad decide to show up at my front doorstep, which, by the way, I'll send you my address.
You guys broke into people's homes before. He has done that.
That's completely fine, and I'll sit there with my dad's new flamethrower waiting for him, like Thanksgiving turkey.
No!
And now, anyways, you wanted to name all these people that you have behind your back. You wanted to name what you're going to do to me. You wanted to name the fact that you think that it's not even going to be close with your freak math. Well, while I may be facing my brothers here on Friday, here are just a few names that if your ugly mug shows your face in BTW, will be behind my back ready to tear you limb from limb. I got one RJS. I got one Swift. I got one BES. I got maybe even Jacob Wayne will jump in there just for shits and giggles. Mad Jack, people that aren't even from BTW, the whole damn backyard wrestling community. I can keep going. James motherfucking Taylor. Nathaniel
Wilson,
Ray.
who was even here yesterday, said he wants to beat up the psychotic freak.
I've got the entire community behind my back. And you want to know why? Because I hold the crown. All you are is a man living in a little village in my kingdom, wishing that you were sitting on the throne.
Okay. So you are about to lose your little throne this weekend, and you're going to be irrelevant after that. You're going to be crying and whining and complaining that you lost. And
I haven't cried or whined even one time since I've lost anything. And I lost the most prized possession in my possession, the Interpromotional Championship. And while I might be doing a lot of complaining about the man holding it, I'm not complaining about losing it. As a matter of fact, that was the goddamn goal, to lose it. So somebody else can continue the legacy of the Interpromotional Championship. They just had to beat me.
I've seen this man on here. This man doesn't play with the full deck of cards. This man does not play the same way everyone else plays. You have been in there with some of the very best, but this man doesn't care about wins or losses. This man doesn't care about championship goal. This man just wants to prove a point and hurt people. This man has no opponents.
I could lose 20 matches in a row, and I don't care as long as I hurt you. That's all I care
hospitals. This man was even supposed to have been put down on Halloween also. He was out there in the ring, and he still went against the doctors and still competed. And now he's even said that the fans, he blames the fans for his state. This man's state, listen, he's definitely not all there upstairs. He may show up not only to where you are right now, but he may show up in January to Roseburg, and he's definitely not showing up alone because his brothers are here right now. His brothers in LBYW and those Reapers have come out to back him up, and those guys are dangerous. They've been here.
Good. Bring
if
them
I
all.
need to take a light tube and smash your face, and I'll do it.
No!
I don't care if I lose. I just want to beat you up.
I would love to even get hit by a light tube. That's on my bucket list, buddy. I would love it if you could do any of the stuff that you are saying. But guess what? It's just all talking. It's just all you running your gums and flapping your gums. As a matter of fact, you got the same playbook as Jacob Wayne. You're blaming the fans because they left you. Oh my God. And now you're out to hurt someone. Doesn't that sound familiar? Oh my God. Well, I hope that you can actually do it because Jacob Wayne hasn't been able to do that yet. I hope you can be the man that takes this little strategy and actually brings it to fruition. Because if you don't, you want to know what you're going to look like? Him. You want to know what he looks like? A ridiculous person that just flaps his gums with no meaning behind it.
Right here. And if you are here, do me a favor. Go hit the sub button for LBYW. Please do that because some of you might be seeing them here for the first time. Go follow them. Hit the sub button for them. We'd really appreciate that. We've had a great relationship with them for almost 3 years. But, Comatose, you say a lot about the psychotic freak, and Mr. Freak certainly opened this conversation up because he mentioned you at Haunted Hellfest 5 while you were in action, so you couldn't defend yourself. He brought you up again here last Monday, so it seems like, are you giving him an open invitation to show up somewhere and maybe battle you? Maybe, you know what? I'll even go further in saying, yeah, maybe it's in Roseburg, maybe it's not, but maybe you should also extend him an invitation somewhere in places like, I don't know, TPW maybe.
If you want to bring that mouth to TPW or EPW and you want to try to battle me in a promo battle when you're performing the way you're performing here on the stream, be my guest.
He doesn't have to, though. He's got the freak math. His freak math is saying that he's winning right now. In his mind, according to the freak math, he's got the edge.
Yeah, your freak math ain't got shit to do with promoing. Your freak math ain't going to save you. You want to know what's going to save you? Getting a cohesive thought in between your skull.
I don't need one.
No, you don't need one?
He does not, ladies and gentlemen.
It's either you don't... Wait, is it you don't need one or you can't do that? Because
I don't need it.
You know what, Mr. Freak, you've already got an offer from EPW and the man that Comatose is facing, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes.
Oh, AJ.
There.
We got the whole damn shebang here. Everyone's here. Let's go.
We got them here. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Riley Bates is wanted to address this, and he wanted to say a bazooka outdoes a flamethrower,
That's right.
Jack. And by the
Everyone
way,
knows that.
just to let you know, Riley Bates is here November 23rd, 10 o'clock Eastern. He's going to talk about the Psychotic Freak. He's going to talk about his brother, the Reapers, and he'll probably talk about this tonight because you share some things in common with him.
Right.
And also, the Alpha, by the way, happy birthday to the Alpha. The birthday boy is here, and he took a few minutes out of his celebration to say he's calling you Comatose.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
wow.
all it is.
Another RTG with the nicknames. Great. Awesome. I love it so much. You're all ganging up against me. Isn't that wonderful that you feel like you need a group of people to fight one man?
The Blade has got your back. Don't worry.
No one cares about him. Next.
Right? Oh, buddy.
Comatose said the only person Comatose should be afraid of is Mama Comatose.
That is very
And
true.
Zilla's team Psychotic Freak.
Zilla is.
And that's fine. And you know, that's fine because I've noticed with Zilla, she likes to actually root for people against me. And then every time she does that, it's like the Madden curse. They end up losing.
Well, don't talk to Soldier GP about that. But if Comatose wants the smoke, then he's going to lose to me because I don't bring the smoke. I bring the whole damn forest fire. This guy, he's the definition of that. Look at this guy. I'm shocked you're here, the Psychotic Freak. I mean, you did say you're a free agent.
I don't lie. I am a free agent. If I want to go to your little promo company, might as well do that.
You need to have it soon, man.
I might just book myself down in Oregon.
That's smoke for me, buddy. That's straight stuff, man. I'd hit my vape to that. That's how much that means to me. If you want to fight me in a promo battle, you're going to get embarrassed.
He's getting ready now.
Yes, congratulations. You found the plastic fork section in Albertsons. I'm very glad that you know where those are at. Why don't you stab me with a metal fork like Mad Jack did?
Oh, man.
No, don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas.
I'd love to. I'd love to. I want to give him all the ideas because... Let me remind you of who I am, Psychotic Freak.
Yeah,
I'm a man that has never lost a hardcore championship match.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go against me with your plastic fork? Bring it. Please bring it. I put down bigger and better names than you can even wish to be. Listen, I've been to bigger and better places that you could wish to be in. And now, this is your moment, kid. This is your 5 seconds of fame. You are on a stream with the king of the West, Comatose. And I haven't seen you bow even one time.
Mr. Freak, I don't think I've known you a while. You usually don't bow to people. You usually break into people's homes.
You're right, right. And I'm not going to bow.
Pissing me off a little bit, so maybe I need to bend your knee.
My knee's already been bent, so that's not going to do anything.
Mr. Freak, I know you're a busy man, and I know obviously you want to go back because you've obviously got to go and the hospital, take care of the hospital, take care. Obviously you got to defend the fort. But is there anything else you want to leave us here for Mr. Comatose? Because obviously I'm shocked here right now. I mean, this is basically you want to talk about the forbidden door being open. I mean, you're over there in one part of the West, he's over there in another part of the West, and it seems to me like he wants to meet you, he wants to face off with you, and that may happen somewhere.
I'm the best in the North. I'll say that right now. He may be the worst in the West. We got the best.
He just called you the worst in the West. He just did that. Did he just say that? Did he just say that you're the worst of the West?
That's completely fine. I hope that you can prove that. I hope everything that you're saying you can physically do. That's all I want. Even if you are about 2 feet taller than me, I can jump up on a step ladder and slap the hell out of you. It wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, how crazy you are. I've dealt with crazier. I work with a 6'8" butcher that I am the manager of. So allow me to manage you as well, buddy.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's all unfolding here.
Our roads will collide once again, Comatose, and there will be blood.
There will be blood. Listen, one man kills things for a living. The other one, I mean, he should be in jail by now after some of the things he's done. And it seems like the only thing that could separate them could be blood. I mean, blood and guts. It could be their own if these two men face off. That's what I got here. And Skull said he's got a weed whacker on standby. The Underground OG Darkron says at least it's not a pizza cutter. And the Alpha says the Midwest in the West. And then Riley Bates said a king. Please, a king ain't the best and alive in the 605. And then he's the Scream King of the West. And
Thanks,
are we talking about
RTG.
stabbing people with forks? Yeah, apparently
I
so.
love how RTG shoots himself in the foot like they're not coming on our doorstep trying to rain terror. RTG, dementia's really setting in, isn't it? You don't realize what's going on, do you?
I know I think RTG is, more like the Moan King of the West. Apparently, somebody here wants to say you are like the Moan King of the
we
West.
know who that is. We know who that is. It's a burner. We know whose burner that is.
I listen, people, and he is the Scream King of the West. And if you are here, do me a favor, hit the sub button for LBYW for the first time. Mr. Freak, I know that you would like to be here further, but you've obviously had enough of Comatose because you want to certainly hold back, because I know that I could see it right now, and I don't want to get you arrested. I don't want you to, because you have Comatose's address, you've got friends, and we don't want to certainly.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Now listen, I've been jumped before and I've had my jaw wired shut, but you want to know what happened after that? I came back tenfold and became a triple champion for the first time, and then walked on this platform and became a Hall of Famer after getting my jaw broken from being jumped. So if you want to try to repeat history and just make me that much stronger, go ahead.
Well, apparently Comatose is going to make him scream like a hog who's about to be a butcher at the meat factory. That reminds me of that Simpsons episode where Lisa was thinking about she didn't want to eat meat and they showed the animals getting killed. Well, I don't hope that's going to be, but Mr. Freak, I have a feeling though that the freak math is going to add up as to why Comatose is no match for you. Before we go, right? That freak math, what is it? A 700% chance you have, right?
You actually already nailed it. 1-on-1, it's a 50% chance that you win at best. But because there is no moon right now, that gives me a 300% chance at winning that match. But because you got the freak factor of I-94, that gives me a 700% chance of winning this match. You stand no chance. I plan to make math great again.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Freak. Thank you, Mr. Freak. And for RTG, AJ Harrison is Mr. Comatose's opponent in TPW for the U.S. Championship. So we want to thank Mr. Harrison and leave on that. But we'll have to see, Mr. Freak. That freak math, I'm sure it'll come handy. I am sure you'll be paying attention very closely to what Mr. Riley Bates has to say. And I'm with AJ Harrison, though. I would love to see maybe you two men meet before you go into that ring, whether it's in EPW as an example. And Riley Bates has got his own math. Freak Math says 100 trillion to 1. Comatose is done, and the North Dakota Reapers bow to no one. No one.
You guys are the kids that took drugs in school, aren't you? Yeah. You guys are. We can tell you're popping in math class. Yeah.
I don't know about that. But before Mr. Freak goes, add some freak math up and give LBYW some more subs. And Skull said he's a few hours away from Roseburg. We'll have to see what this comes out of. But Mr. Freak, I'm going to let you run. Thank you very much for giving us some freak math. And Mama Comatose is definitely as confused as some people. The fourth wall has been broken. We were in a fourth dimension. As actually, I'm going to quote the Bruce Willis movie. I feel like we were in a sixth dimension right now on Sportswire. And thank you, Mr. Freak, as always. And we'll see you, I'm sure.
It was fun, kid. It was fun.
It was.
Thank you, Mr. Freak. And that was the Psychotic Freak. And you said you wanted him. You got him.
It was fun. That was entertainment. For the very least, that was entertainment. And I really hope that I see your face in either TPW or EPW before I hand you your ass in BTW.
Well, I'm going to get to some people here in the chat. I know people want to say hello, but AJ Harrison is here. And obviously, he has got a match with you coming up here in TPW, and anything that you would like to say toward him. And who knows, Mr. Bates says it's his turn. I don't know if Mr. Bates wants to talk with you. Maybe he does, but I'll hold my powder for that in a minute. But would you like to address Mr. AJ Harrison?
Yeah, I would. I respect AJ, actually. AJ and I have actually worked together in the past before. He's helped out the Enterprise. We've had a trios match together. And by God, were you something in that match, weren't you? You were definitely something, which means you're going to be something in this match against me. And by something, I mean nothing. You're a guy that hides behind a United States championship that you got from a man that didn't even deserve to have the belt in the first place. And then you walk around in a suit because you're too unconfident to walk around in normal clothes. Congratulations, this is your first promo in anything but a suit and tie. My friend, you scream insecurity to me. And that is completely fine because I'm going to bring those insecurities and I'm going to make them your nightmare. I'm going to make you regret ever having my name in your mouth. And I am going to win this match.
Well, you may do that, but he seems in his promo determined. You were certainly determined in your promos, but I mean, he's got championship gold, whether anybody likes it or not.
He does. And you know what? I'm glad that he took it from the man that he took it from, for sure, because by God, was that an awful champion. But, geez, AJ, it's a little funny how you think you have a chance in hell in the match with a man that knows you better than almost anyone on that roster. I know your strengths, and I know your weaknesses. And I will gladly use your weaknesses against you. You can be as confident as you want. You can fake it to the crowd as much as you want because that's just what you're good at. You're a damn politician. And then in the end, when the votes tally up, it isn't going to be you winning this election. It's going to be the King of the West, Comatose, coming out on top, still ruling.
So you're going to get elected here as the U.S. champion. Funny you say that. You're going to win the national election, you might want to say, here as U.S. champion. But, I mean, this man is he's bald-headed for a reason.
He is bald-headed for a reason. There's a lot of bald-headed people out there. A lot. I mean, Danny DeVito's bald. Oh, man.
Hey,
There's a
Stone
lot
Cold
of...
Steve Austin's bald.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is bald, but he's a little more jacked than AJ Harrison, and he's a foot taller than AJ Harrison and can think of a cohesive promo unlike AJ Harrison. And there's another thing with AJ Harrison. You lack creativity. We're watching my promo right now. And what would we see in your promo? You're just sitting there staring down at your camera for whatever reason and talking into it like you do every single promo. But if you notice his theme in my promos, none of them are the same. I'm always coming with something different. I always have a trick up my sleeve for anybody that wants to come across from me. And so that means you as well. And as a matter of fact, it's just going to be that much easier because I don't even need to get that creative with someone that doesn't have an ounce of creativity in his bones.
You say that you could get in the face of anybody and he doesn't have an ounce of creativity in his bones, but apparently, speaking of people that are here on site from somewhere different, they wanted to introduce themselves to you because it seems like it's that night on Sportswire Radio. And after some of the things you said about his compadre in those Reapers, we are joined by the SPW World and Union Champion, Mr.
Riley Bates. It's finally nice to meet you, my friend. Someone that should be the leader of the Reapers.
You know, some might disagree and some might agree. I'm not going to get to who might and who won't. But I do want to say here, first things first, this is quite literally a first-time introduction, meeting each other. And I do apologize, not really. If I get your name wrong, is it Comatose or Comatose?
Oh.
Whatever it is, all right? Whatever.
Hello?
There we go.
Hello, how are you? Yes, hi. Okay. Yeah. Yes, hello. So, yeah, what was it that you said earlier, huh? What was it that you said? You said that anytime, any place, you and the Reapers, you will face anyone. Actually, as I came on here, I heard good old Tom say that you were looking to get in the face of anybody, quite literally. And I'll say this: if my connection doesn't fuck me up here, I will say this. Riley Bates really, really, really doesn't like you. Not as much as I don't like Aaron Blaze, but I can stand you over Aaron Blaze. I can stand you over Aaron Blaze. So
agreed. That's something we agree on.
Yes, that's a plus that I can give to you. The minus that I can give to you is the fact that you're dissing the North Dakota Reapers. And I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll say this. If I had the opportunity to go to wherever it is that you may wander and roam in these United States, I would say that Riley Bates, 10 out of 10, 9 times out of 9, probably 605 out of 605 could beat your ass in that ring, bell to bell, post to post, ropes to ropes, state to state borders. I could do it. The only difference, and the only thing stopping me,
What would that be?
Well, I'll finish it for Riley.
God damn it, it does it again. Why does it do it? Why does it? Dude, your internet sucks ass. You're cutting me out here, and I don't understand why.
My internet is cutting you off.
Yeah, your internet is sucking me. All right.
Okay, but for some reason,
We
Tom's
need that
fine.
freak man to help your Wi-Fi a little bit. We need that freak man.
Maybe.
You're pulling a Steven Storm on me, bud. Come on.
No,
Come on.
we know he's got a few minutes. We know Mr. Bates wanted to come in and introduce himself. But I think the point is that Mr. Bates has something, though, that his other Reapers don't have. But he has actually been in the ring maybe more times than you have. He is very accomplished being in a ring, which is what the other members of the Reapers cannot claim. But Mr. Bates can claim that. So he would have no problem stepping foot in the ring with you. That may give him his advantage.
And that's completely fine. You want to know who else has stepped in the ring more than me? The incumbent, the person we both don't like. And guess what I've done? Beaten him. My first match. Guess who else has also stepped in the ring more than me? RJS. Guess what I did? Beat him. My first match. You're just another name on the list, bud. There's a long, long list of names that have said the exact same damn thing that you have said to me. Whether it's in a trampoline, whether it's on the ground, whether it's in the ring. They said they can beat me from post to post, yard to yard, from spring to spring if you want. And guess what happens usually? I'm usually the one with my hand held high above their dead carcass at my feet. So if you would like to be another person that I just put a bolt in between your eye and then butch you up and feed you to your own family, by God, I will do it. I will make you look so goddamn delicious that you will be gone and all you will be is bones in a goddamn carcass on a dinner table.
Oh my
It's
God!
Thanksgiving season, buddy.
It has gotten personal. It has gotten personal.
Oh my God, brother! Halloween just came and went. All right, Halloween just came and went.
You're right, and it's Thanksgiving season. That means it's time
Thanksgiving.
to feast.
Thanksgiving is this time for giving, and Riley Bates, if he has the opportunity, will give you some thanks. All right, I'll give you
All right,
thanks
and
by
I will
stepping
give
in
you
the
an
ring
ass
with Riley
whooping.
Bates.
That's fine, and I will give you an ass whooping. That's fine. You can give me all the flowers that you want, but I will give you an ass whooping. That's
sure,
fine.
pal.
I would love to
Sure,
see
pal.
Riley Bates and Comatose meet. I would love to see that. I tell you what, I would love to see that. And I'm going to have Riley Bates.
I would love it too.
23rd. He's going to be here, by the way.
I respect you. I can't even do it for too much. I actually respect you. I really do. I really think
I do too.
Could you just say you don't respect his brother in the Reapers?
No, I think that Riley Bates should be the leader of the Reapers, and unfortunately, the Reapers being as new, it's not disrespect. It's more like you guys are just coming out the gate and talking all this big shit without having to actually accomplish anything yet. You guys are saying you're this great tag team, and yet you just started. That doesn't even make any sense. That freak math doesn't compute. You see, I've been in factions that are very decorated, like the Rifle Club, which, by the way, has lasted 10 times longer than the Freak Reapers, the Reapers, whatever the hell you guys want to call yourself. And we've won gold together. Have you guys won gold together? Oh, right.
But they're just getting started. They're free agents now, though. But they're free
Oh,
agents.
but yet they're the best in the yard, right? But they're the best in the yard, but they're just getting started. So let's see, what side of the scale are we teetering on? Or are we just moving the goalposts so that Comatose has no chance? Because you want to know what this seems like to me?
They have plenty of chance, but I think these guys collectively, though, they're going to test their skills in other places. And it seems
like the Vision?
What?
We
What's
saw
that?
how that turned out.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Anything you would like to respond to any of those? Because everything I
Oh
just
yeah,
said
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
true.
yeah. You want to say tip the scales on whatever isn't in favor of Comatose, right? That's what you want to say. Well, I'll tell you what, nothing's in favor of you, bud.
Oh,
Nothing is in favor of you because at the end of
that
the
was
day, whether you step in the ring with me, whether you step in the ring with Freak, whether you step in the ring with Napalm, or whether you step in the ring with Alta, you, my friend, are going to be beaten, battered, and bruised. And we'll send you back to your mom, all right? We'll send you back to your
Oh,
mom in a little
she's
box.
here right now in this chat. She's here
he's
in this
already
chat.
here.
And Mr. Bates,
I
hang
I
out here
don't
for a
care.
few minutes.
I
I have
don't.
a surprise.
I
I have a major surprise for you two men. Major surprise. Somebody's coming here right now that Mr. Bates is friends with. He's friends with. I want to make that clear so you don't get ideas of any other names. I just want to make
okay.
that clear. So
I
just
would
hang
hope
on
not,
tight.
because that would be a slaughter.
No, I'm not gonna go there. We have to protect my brand. We're not gonna go there.
That would,
But I
if
have
me and
somebody
Riley,
coming.
yeah, that'd be a slaughter, bro.
Yeah, no, I have somebody here. So if you allow me to present my screen, so wait a minute, that's the LBYW champion on his
Yeah.
birthday. Whoa!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
Hey,
Ed Sheeran grew a beard.
I,
Holy
I
shit.
won't I won't take too much of your time because I mean, hey, know me or not, and despite everything that we have done in the yard, because let me correct you on that, Reapers, while we haven't been here forever, we've been running it since last year. And by the way, we have won gold. We've done a lot of it together and separate while united, something that a lot of people can't do. Now, while we have a different rendition of this group with Mr. Bates as us, and we don't have our face of America, who realistically was indeed the weakest link. And now
Whoa! That was
he
meant
is
to be
gone.
so.
Thank God he is gone. Because now the Reapers can really, really run business. But if we did that with Mr. Face of America, the weakest link, imagine what we're going to be able to accomplish when we have the real best alive in the 605, Mr. Riley Bates, right there to my side. Now, before I go ahead and let you guys continue your get together here, because I won't take too much of your time. I know you don't know me, Mr. Comatose, as I honestly really don't know you, and that's not a disrespectful thing. I've got a
No,
lot of
this
time.
happens. This
I've
happens.
I've got I've got a lot of things on my shoulders, as I'm sure you do,
Sure.
personally and here in the yard. Now, before we go, you will know my name, and maybe not in the perspective of me and you going head to head, because who knows how life will bring us. If that does ever happen, sir, it would be my greatest gift to you. Now, with that said, let me just let you know here, pal. I don't want to mess with the freak. I have in the past. I have in the
I'm
past.
aware.
Me and the freak
Oh,
have done our
okay.
deeds together many times. And my God, will I tell you, each time that we have fought in the ring, in the yard, on the trampoline, on the ground, it doesn't matter. That man has probably brought me the greatest pain that I have. If you've caught the last show, that man busted me open right in the face, and it was
Yeah.
the best thing that could have done because once I see red, it is the end of whoever's in front of me. But regardless, we'll move past that. Mr. Comatose, I just want to let you know, be clear, if you've got anything in the future with Mr. Freak, don't look at him like as if he's an easy piece of cake to walk over because while you've never seen him and he's never seen you, again, the Freak is one crazy individual, as I'm sure you are. You come off, you look crazy. And again, that's not disrespect. You look like a crazy man. So I'm sure you probably have your fair share of shit that you gotta to spew. But
Hmm.
Freak is out of this world. He's out of this realm. And there's a reason
Alien, if you will.
why after Hellfest, while that was going down, there's a reason why I had to go behind some of my Reapers' backs and bring him in. It just made sense. The North Dakota Reapers, who were once the most powerful division, faction, group in the backyard, have just, what is it, multiplied by 100 million. And
Yeah, and there they are
you can
right
give
there on
that
the
to the
screen for
psychotic
the
freak.
audience. There they are.
You can add that with the Psychotic Freak. You can add that with Riley Bates. And when you put them with the Alpha and you put that with Napalm, I tell you what, if you ever cross paths with all four of us at once, doesn't matter if you've got four to match us, if you've got more to take us on, you will lose. And the North Dakota Reapers will run
Oh my God!
the
There they are!
ground.
There they are! There they are, Comatose! You haven't seen anything. Look at what these guys are doing. Look at what they're doing.
And
It is
by
absurd.
the way, the Ed Sheeran joke, man, that's so 2018, bro. Come on. Up your game.
Well, once again, I don't know who you are, so how would I even know that's
And
2018?
look at what they're doing.
That doesn't make sense.
Playing with these people like toys. Toys in the attic.
Yes.
Look at this. Oh my God! There's that freak. I told you. There they are. There these Reapers are. And who knows? Listen, I don't know what. I would certainly tread very lightly around these guys. Look
Yeah.
at them.
Yeah,
Look at them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the
You
one.
want to know what it reminds me of, Tom?
Yes, sir.
You ever, y'all don't know who I am, but do you know who the BCF4 is?
Oh, I know them. Yeah, I see them all the
I
time.
know Tom. I know Tom knows who they are, and that's what you guys remind me of. You see, you guys don't know who the hell's leading you.
That
Which
freak! Oh, look at that freak!
I'm looking at him, and he looks like Mad Jack in a jumpsuit.
Yeah, I'd be scared of that.
I'm
would be
looking
scared
at
of that.
5150. It's 5150 right there. My freak math is that's 5150. What was 5150? That was the code for the criminally insane. That is what that man is. That's what he is.
Yes.
Oh, there's a
And
lot of numbers being thrown
if we're
around.
gonna bring real life jobs into this, you're a butcher, correct? And
Yeah.
that's a crazy job. You want to bring real life jobs into this. Mr. Riley Bates has his own shit that he can go ahead and spiel, but we got a military veteran in Napalm. We've got a correctional officer here in the Alpha, and you just have the craziest man probably in all of the Midwest and the Psychotic Freak. So if we're going by any of those, I
I like
wouldn't
how he
run
didn't
into
name
any
drop
of those
Clinton.
three before I'd run into a butcher. Let's just put that on the table.
Oh my God! Obviously, listen,
Oh.
fellas, Mr. Bates and Mr. Alpha. I know you are busy men, and we
Yes.
thank you, fellas, for the opportunity. Mr. Bates, is there anything else you want to say before we let you go here and with Mr. Alpha? We're going to see you here, by the way, November 23rd, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Mr. Riley Bates is here. He's going to talk about this and joining those Reapers.
Yes.
See, the only thing I want to say is that someone had mentioned something about fourth wall being broken. Alpha can attest to this. I'm the originator of the fourth wall being broken. God damn it! And I'll say this. I'll say
I
it.
know.
The fourth wall is going to be broke November 23rd. Because I may be talking about the North Dakota Reapers. I may be talking about personal stuff with SBW. Maybe just maybe, Mr. Comatose, I'll say your name and break the fourth wall on that as well.
Oh,
And maybe just maybe I'll break another fourth wall by saying that Riley Bates might have to travel some places here pretty soon.
Yeah, he might.
well, there you have it. And Riley Bates is going to be here on November 23rd, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And Mr. Alpha, anything you want to say before you run it? And by the way, please, everybody, break the fourth wall again and wish Mr. Alpha happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Gracias. Thank you all. Yeah. So like I was saying, if I gotta say anything last, again, I mean no disrespect to Mr. Comatose. I think everything you've done has been great from what I have caught. I don't know too much about you, as you don't me. But if our paths ever were to cross anytime in the future, and I won't lie to you, I hope it does happen. There's a lot of guys that I want to face, and based off of what I've heard about you in recent weeks and some of the stuff I've seen, it'd be awesome to definitely share any sort of ring, trampoline, ground floor. It doesn't matter with one. It would be great.
It would. That would be fun. I'm not gonna lie. It would be fun. It'd be fun to face to break the fourth wall. It'd be fun to face any of you for sure.
Yes. And you know, I'll just say this too. Everyone will come on here, and everyone's gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'll take you on, and I'll win." And while confidence is key, you should definitely have that. What I'll bring to you is something different. I might not come, and I might not win the damn match. I'll give you that much, because depending on how how the booker goes, we'll see how that goes. But what I will say is that whoever I do go against, and if again our paths ever do cross, and it is yourself and myself, I will make sure that when that time comes, you will remember me.
Remember me.
Remember the
Remember me.
Reapers. Remember the Reapers.
Remember, we're going to remember this episode for a long time, fellas. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday, Riley. Great to see you. Can't wait to see you in 13 days. And I'm going to remember this for a long time. Yeah, we're remembering this
fun.
one.
Oh, this was fun. It's a
Take it
pleasure.
easy, guys.
Thank you so much, fellas. That was Riley Bates, the best alive in the 605, and the Alpha, the LBYW champion, the SBW champion, and we heard from the Psychotic Freak earlier. And anyone want to say anything?
Well, I'm glad that you all want to jump me. That's fun. I would love to face any of you men in a match, and I really hope you have the cojones to make the travel to do it, since your federation is no more, right? If your federation's no more, then there's no excuse. Then there's no excuse that I don't see any of you men in BTW then, right? As a matter of fact, I might have a few people from my background coming to BTW very soon.
Well, I mean,
and
that sounds exciting.
maybe we all face each other in that ring in BTW. What do you say, boys? Come to Roseburg, or come to God's country. Come to Roseburg, Oregon, and face me. Say everything you have said here on this stream to me in person. I don't care if you're a correctional officer. I don't care if you're a military vet, because guess what? I've been surrounded by military my entire life, and I am no stranger to probation. So guess what? Bring every bit of it.
Well, I tell you what, you are getting every bit of it tonight, because AJ Harrison wanted to say, speaking of Thanksgiving, I think after I feast on Comatose's carcass this week in TPW, then maybe we can have a crossover backyard wrestler versus MMA fighter. And he also wanted to go on and compare you to Daffy Duck and say that it's nice to have the voice of Daffy Duck and Comatose on the show tonight. I wonder what happens when I win this week and I embarrass him.
Getting that right? He keeps calling me Daffy Duck, and I don't.
And the Psychotic Freak wanted to say, stop disrespecting his Reapers. And RTG Baby wanted to say, guess what, Comatose? You stepped in the ring one-on-one with me, and I won, son. You'll just have to live with the fact that you'll never beat the GOAT of BTW. RTG, baby. RTG. Remember the words, RTG, baby. Mama Comatose says manifestation. And you've got a Rifle Club member right here in the Legend Killer Blade. And I'll be looking forward to that, whatever that would be a meaning. The Freak guy looked like he smokes great greenage. Agreed. Thank you, 5-star 250. What's this guy talking about? The greatest faction in the backyard is the Northwest Society, baby, and we're going to get even better next season when I get what I want.
Now you woke up, RTG. Now you realize what they're saying. They're not just coming after me. They're coming after
apparently,
the brand.
I'm going to not read this comment. I'll leave that at that. Fill in the tea leaves. True, I look like a dude in a uniform. Evil laugh. Thank you, Mama Comatose. Who else we have here? Yeah, it sounds mean. Zilla loves the freak math. Comatose said, who ordered the dude from Roger Rabbit? Riley Bates said hello. Your kitty jumped over. Yes, the kitty did jump over. Apparently, this was better, according to the Freak Math, it was better than Comedy Central. Does anybody have Comedy Central these days? Thank you for apologizing. Also, hit the sub button for LBYW. We had a lot of LBYW talk. Freak Math, we talked about that. Skulls is only a few hours away from BTW. Who else we had here? The legendary Underground OG Darkron did eventually want to say hello, and he did want to say before he came on, I just did the math, and it simply doesn't matter about everyone else. You, my sir, have a negative 150% chance at winning this Friday. And at best, I'm being generous. And also, that's a great question. I don't even know if this man wants to do that. What a goof. He wants to come out second. You'll be taken out so fast. Apparently, that is the plan, according to. I can't believe I find Jacob Wayne for hurting somebody that we was mentioning earlier. I should have just made another match between them and let them finish the job. Also, we've got here King of the West, Comatose. Come on, bud. I think we both know what you really are going to be after this week in TPW. Thank you for that. Blade has said some things, but I'm going to not read those comments because you can maybe figure it out in a few months. AJ is going to smoke the worst in the West. And Comatose is playing checkers with the choke blazer instead of chess coming in second. And keyword is usually not always. And you're in way over your head tonight.
I love it so much. I love this so much.
Hit
It
the
is
sub button for
so
BTW.
hilarious.
Many of you probably
Oh
haven't heard. Hello
man,
to Jade. Yes. Go ahead.
I can't wait to see all your faces this Friday. It's gonna be amazing.
You
It's gonna
sure?
be amazing. It's gonna be amazing because not only will that then be past results for TPW, which then that'll shut y'all up about AJ Harrison. Then I'm gonna win this elimination match and just really make you guys look like a fool. And then I want to see what you're gonna say when you come back on the stream and decide to bring my name up again. I want to see what creative things you can come up and what excuses you can make for me getting all the victories that you thought I couldn't get.
Well, I mean, obviously, Thursday's show was "This Is Your Life," Justin Parsley. It's "This Is Your Life," Combs. But apparently, this is another person that wants to address you tonight. Before we sign off, another person here. I'm going to give them that opportunity
We're playing
because
show and tell today, Tom. We're playing show and tell.
the last 2 days on Sportswire. And wait a minute.
Oh, kill shot. Oh boy.
Now, Comatose, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to sit here and fucking try to talk about that little idea of what the fuck we're going to do. I'm going to say this. You beat me that day. I give you that. That triple threat. You beat me.
I beat you hard. I didn't just beat you. I
I
spanked
always
you.
like you, Comatose. I always have liked you, Comatose. You're a good man.
But that's the difference between beating me for a triple threat against a motherfucker that can't promo and a man that know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, we can run it back. We can run it back anytime, any day, any place.
I got business already to handle.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, Comatose is here next Friday. Comatose is back here next Friday. He's also talking about his in-ring work. So,
I'm not talking about in-ring work. I have a tournament. The Intercontinental.
But you're here next Friday because you're going to be in the ring that weekend.
Mm-hmm. I'll talk about that later when that comes.
That'll be next Friday.
But if you do want to run it back, I'll talk to Rocky. 1-on-1, me and you. Not for the title.
Okay. I'm down. I'll do it. I will absolutely do that. You go ahead and you go talk to Rocky. But this time, a little advice from a guy that's held 5 championships in the promo game all at once. Put some emotion in that voice. Put some bass in your words.
7.
Look me in my eyes when you're talking.
7-time fucking champion. That 5 ain't shit. I've held 7 belts in one day.
Oh, congratulations. Where are they?
I've been holding titles longer than your ass has been in tight fucking diapers, you little fucking.
Where are they?
OPW, CPM, fucking TPW, fucking.
No, where are they now?
Comatose always comes prepared. Thank you, Comatose.
I'm currently United States champion. Currently the tag team champions. Going on to win another world champion in another company.
Have you ever won a world championship before?
2 times over.
Nice. 7 times over. Nice. 7 times. Not only 7 times, I'm the Change of Fortune champion. I'm a 3-time BYW interpromotional champion. I'm a multi-time tag team champion in 2 different companies in Promo Federation. We can throw out all of our gold all we want. The only thing that's gonna matter is the art itself. And what people see between mine and your work, it speaks for itself, buddy.
The king of
popcorn tonight on Sportswire. There's been plenty of popcorn popping.
That's funny. You want to throw on championships. I didn't come on here to talk about championships. I didn't come on here to be disrespectful. I came here to 2 things. Okay. 1, to give you your props.
Thank you.
2, to sit here and see what my boy Tom was up to. How you doing?
Killshot, it's been a wild last few days on Sportswire. You were had a front row seat to some things that went on. We're going to pretend we didn't hear about it, and I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great.
We'll deal with that when it comes to that.
Yeah, we'll forget that it happened. But Killshot was here on Friday, but we forgot it didn't happen, and he'll be back here next Friday, and it's great to see you.
I think this is a new side of you that I like, and this is the side of you that I hope I see.
And thank you, April. April wanted to say hi. Hi, April.
But yeah, right now, focus on AJ Harrison, because if we actually got a match way before this, we have a match against CPW.
Yep.
Them boys think they're gonna take on TPW and think they're gonna walk out.
They're not.
Fuck no.
No, they're not.
Hell no. Not
We're the
TPW.
best. TPW is the best promo federation in the world. See, this is
this
where
one
me.
thing-
This is where the bridge connects with me and Killshot, because while me and him have been in the ring before, and while me and him certainly will have another match in the future. Right now, we are brothers in arms. Right now, me and him are ready to go to war with CPF. Right now, we are ready to prove why we are the best promo federation on Instagram, and it's not even close.
So I'm gonna say this from our boy. I might not be speaking for him, but I'll speak for right now. Hey yo, get your boys ready. The tag team champions are here. The future of TPW is here.
Yes, it is.
The kings of the West and the infamous are here to run your ass out of the streets.
Right out. We're going to retire you boys.
And if you are here, please follow TPW. Let me put the TPW Instagram page up here. And please support TPW. We would really appreciate that. You can do that right here by hitting the sub button for TPW. And you can see all of the TPW stars here, including Killshot, including Comatose, and including some in the chat, like AJ Harrison, who didn't know that Comatose is sober, so we could buy you coffee instead. But hit the sub button, please, for TPW.
Yeah, no, I don't drink.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. But, Mr. Killshot, is there anything else you'd like to say here and such?
I'm going to say this, Comatose. Come that day. Come that match. I'll keep my eye out. I got your back.
Good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
No.
I like to hear that we can fight, and then in the end, we can come together as brother in arms for the greater cause. That is the mark of a true competitor.
Because one day, I might, if I get the money right, I get the schedule right, I might come down there. We might see.
Please. Oh, man. It looks like BTW is going to have to create another show for all this talent that wants to come down there. Let's do it.
You know what? January's coming right around the corner, but
I'm not trying to book anybody. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, though. I just say I might come down just to watch. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to book anything.
Well, we don't. I think the previous segment you might want to get the booking pen out.
That's not
but this is a different thing. But if you are here, because Killshot wrestles for our friends over in Ohio for the EWA, and they're 2 subscribers away from 200. So if you have a chance, hit the sub button for them. Let's get them to 200 subs.
I might be talking about this Friday, but let me just do this real quick because I have the flyer.
Yes, please do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, EWA, no boundary. Get your tickets. Come soon, December 7th.
We're going to be talking about that plenty, and there's Killshot, and Darkron's going to talk about that on the 28th. He's talking about that next Friday. And speaking of CPW, I heard what KSK said about the USA, so if they keep running their mouths about the US, I'll make sure they pay for it.
That's my boy, AJ. Keep that.
I offer actually.
We all will.
To break the fourth wall, I keep using the term. I offered him if he wanted to come on, but I guess he's busy. But maybe we'll one day get Comatose to meet him on here. But please hit the sub button for the EWA. We appreciate that. Anything else you want to say, Killshot? Because I want to give Comatose a few final words on BTW before we sign off.
If you don't mind, Comatose, don't mind. Just sit here. I'll just chill back. Don't talk. I'll just chill and let you talk. No mind.
Okay, fair enough. If you want to stay and chill and say nothing, okay, fine. You do that, okay.
That's fine.
But with Mr. Comatose, obviously, we have spoke a lot tonight, and I wanted to give you the opportunity. Then I was like, I get ready to put the poster up. Would you have any final words for your opponents here coming up this Friday? Process of elimination.
Yes, I do. For every single one of you men that is about to walk through that curtain with a hope and a dream of cementing your legacy here in the backyard, not only cementing it, but putting your face on what I would like to call the Mount Rushmore of the yard by finally, for the first time, or maybe even retaining a BYW Interpromotional Championship. I hope you're ready for those dreams to turn into a nightmare. I hope you are ready to feel every bit of an ounce of pain that you can imagine even feeling inside of your head when you see that it is Comatose once again holding that backyard wrestling inter-promotional championship high above his head for the 4th time in my career. And I hope to God that when you boys step in that ring, if you don't want those dreams to turn into nightmares, that you bring me your A game. You bring me your best performance. Because I promise you, when I step in that ring, you are not going to see another Comatose performance quite like that. I am going to kill myself, if I need to, in the middle of that ring to get back something I should have never lost in the first place. None of you boys had a chance in hell of winning this match before the bell even rang.
Well, I'll tell you what, Comatose is definitely putting it all on the line here. He's even talked about death, and we hope he doesn't go there, but we know how much it means to him to win back that BYW Interpromotional Championship, and he's going to have to go through quite a process of elimination here because you're going to see the likes of Jacob Wayne. You're going to see the likes of BS, who Comatose just wrestled and beat. Swift, the guy he also beat on Halloween, Trick or Treat, and then that guy Mad Jack, and the guy right there who is the champion front and center, and we know the history between Comatose and him, and that's why you've got to support BTW on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Hit the sub button for them. Please support them, and thank you, Mama Comatose. Mama Comatose giving us some certainly intellectual knowledge there, food for thought. This is, the knowledge is power segment there.
By the way, can I just say this real quick?
You can
I
say
need to
anything
say this
you
real
want.
quick. Those 4 goons that came into this chat, I mean 3 rather, those 3 goons that came into this stream, they wanted to bring up my mom. I just want to remind you folks that my mom would leave you boys in a pool of your own piss if it was her fighting you instead of me. You see, there's a reason I am the way that I am, and it all stems from that woman right there. She would knock you guys on your ass. So bring my mom's name up again, and maybe she'll have to make a travel to you.
I've seen Mama Comatose on Facebook, and I've seen her here many times on this stream, and I would definitely say do not cross paths with Mama Comatose. I would certainly agree, and no arguments there. And RTG, I think, wasn't being sarcastic. He did say good job hyping the match up, and we want to thank everybody who gave a sub to the EWA because they got 1 sub. They're 1 sub away from 200. So if you'd like to,
they're gonna get another one from me for sure.
There you go. Well, thank you, and I'm sure Hubie will be happy about that. And also, please hit the sub button for BTW because BTW needs more subs, and everybody needs more subs. And there you go. I'm going to put that link up there right now for us before we sign off. And please
just send it to me. I'll take care of it.
Okay, but also I forgot to mention, actually, Comatose, I got one more thing for you. No, nobody else is coming on. We've had plenty of that.
I'll block it.
I was about to say, Tom, God dang, man, you're going to be a school
I've
bus.
had enough for that. Listen, I've had enough of that. Also, speaking of things, well, before I get to that, the face of America, who was here yesterday, said that psychotic freak would get his kicked by Comatose, and that's from the face of America, the Wolst, who was here yesterday. Yeah, I'm scared of Mama Comatose, so please understand this week is just business. Yeah, we agree. Thank you, Mama Comatose, and we appreciate that. And I do have one more thing for you. It is not anybody else coming on, and I hope Mama Comatose will stay for this. So hang out very quickly because it's Comatose Day. I know it doesn't feel like Comatose Day, but it's Comatose Day. So
hell yeah, it is Comatose Day, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it on your calendars every year.
November 10th. Yeah, Anthony said yesterday it should be
As
his
a matter
day.
of fact, that's poetic. That is poetic that Comatose Day is on the same day as my beloved father's birthday.
Well, happy birthday to him.
That is poetic.
Well, we don't always get it right that way, but Mr. Freak, for Mr. Freak, trust me, Comatose, the Freak is a moron. You get sick of that fool and immediately beat him and fill in the blanks. And we're happy about that, and we're glad. Yeah, he's okay. Okay, good. We appreciate that, and yeah, okay. Well, nevertheless,
he's okay, Bo.
Well, I'm gonna just agree with Mama Comatose, and it's not Comatose. Well, it's Comatose's father's birthday, but it's Comatose Day. Yeah, it's that. So we appreciate that, and happy birthday, and also RTG advocating for his appearance on Sportswire on New Year's Eve. Maybe we'll do that. Who knows? But he did want to point out Chocotos, but who knows? RTG's in-ring career could be coming to an end in a few weeks. You just never know. You never know. You never know. But on that note, I'm going to pass the baton to you, Comatose. I'm going to give you some closing thoughts. Anything else you'd like to plug on a rather eventful episode tonight? And I will, to quote those Reapers, remember. I will remember this episode. So let me pass the baton to you and anything else. So we have more comments for you. But in the meantime, we'll give you closing thoughts.
Just to break the fourth wall a little bit and put a little lightheartedness inside this very intense and very eventful stream, I would just like to thank every single person that came on this stream, every single person that I have faced over the years, except for maybe one, and every single person that I have the opportunity of going one-on-one against in a promo battle. All of you mean more to me than you could possibly understand. All of you have helped me in more ways than you can even imagine. And there is no replacing the amount of support that I have gained, and there is no amount of love that can be shown for how much I love every single one of you. Thank you all.
It's very nice of you. Thank you for giving me some nice words earlier this morning. You and I had a conversation, and I appreciated the kind words. Believe me, I really needed them. I appreciated them, and please give back the appreciation by giving a follow to Comatose on Instagram and Killshot as well. Do follow him. And also Mr. Face of America, or former Face of America, the Wilster, said, Comatose, allow me to introduce myself. I'm the Wilster, the former Face of America. Kurt Adams is now that Face of America, a man you probably know, and the longest reigning LBYW United States champion of 455 days. Let's compare notes, brother. And also, the psychotic freak in rare form as usual. People remember that Pope Leo died on November 10th rather than remember your stupid holiday. Who's Pope Leo? Exactly. The psychotic freak is in rare form, and that could be coming to a promo wrestling company near you. Just saying.
So.
And the Wilster already likes Comatose. And yes, and by the way, happy Veterans Day. We are now at Veterans Day here on the East Coast. We want to thank all of our veterans. I do want to thank the veterans who have given us the opportunity to be here on Sportswire. For some of us, like myself, make a fool out of ourselves. So happy Veterans Day. We want to thank our veterans. I do think about my I have my uncle, never met, never came back in Vietnam. I have my grandparents in World War II. One of them never came back, and my other one, did live a long time. But I want to thank all the veterans. We have a lot of people that have fought for our country. Also, Napalm. I like to break the fourth wall. Napalm is a veteran. We want to thank him. We want to thank also in the IMF, Varel Crowley, and also Jordan Crowley, who are here on Thursday, are veterans. We want to thank them, and we want to thank all our veterans. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And the Wilster wanted to apologize. And yes, 250 years today. There you go. And indeed, RTG, boy, who knew RTG? He's got some good stuff. And the old man's got some good lines in him. I mean, let's cut the old man some slack sometimes.
Because he lived around that. I mean, he was born around that time. We got to give him that.
Not going there. He's back on Sportswire in 2 weeks. Not going there. And his father was in Vietnam. My grandfather was in World War II. My uncle was in Desert Storm. Yeah, these wars are obviously, definitely, important, and we want to thank the people, and especially those that never came home. And we're glad that we came home to Sportswire, and it's your day. We'll give you the physical copy when we're off the air. Comatose, thank you as always. Killshot, for you, I got to do this.
Hey, yo, Comatose, you don't mind send us out?
Do it. Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Comatose. This is the day of the King of the West. This is Tom Bryce, the voice of Sportswire. I am the last infamous kill shot. And that's just infamy. Bang!
There it is, everybody. Thank you, and quite an episode. And yes, I would definitely think that.
We need to thank my stepdad too.
Yes,
22
Doug,
years.
Right? Thank you, Doug, for your service. Thank you for all you do. And yeah, that's a long time. I would only do 22 seconds, but you did 22 years. I was trying to be funny, but really not. But
That's funny.
I had an uncle. It was funny. I had an uncle in Vietnam. Yeah, my dad was, who's been dead a long time though. He was in the draft, but they missed him by one number, and it was his cousin, and he never came back. So we do we want to keep our veterans in our thoughts. And yeah, I wouldn't. Hey, maybe Killshot would be the host of Sportswire instead.
Tom, we've talked about this. Tom,
I wouldn't be
I
born.
can't believe we're still doing this.
But I wouldn't be born.
No.
But I wouldn't be born though. I mean, I
No.
literally wouldn't be born. But that's something we could
No.
do.
I
But
might be that co-host, but no.
okay, fair enough. We'll give you. All
This
right,
is
cut you
your
some slack.
channel. This is your
Thank
show.
you, the former face of America, and also, yeah, we'll connect you when we're off the air. We'll connect you to some of these guys, and
Oh, yeah.
everybody have a great night. We'll be with the guys from SSW Superstar Wrestling tomorrow night. They'll have to follow this. I think they'll do it, but until then, hit the sub button for these guys, their companies, and follow them on social media. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global radio, the Sports by Radio, where all music and wrestling matter. Thank you so much.